What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ant for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first one I see is the first one I read, and the first one I saw was Libra. So we're gonna go ahead and get it poppin' with Team Libra. Shout out to Adriana. How you guys doing today, man? Happy Monday. I hope your weekend was fun, rejuvenating, relaxing. I hope you guys had yourselves a pretty damn fantastic time. As always, guys, do want to mention, if you want personal reads, first link in the description below, head on down to CancerMoonsTarot.com and you can go ahead and book me there. Let's say what's up here to some peeps though, guys, before we get started. Wrong button. But let's say what's up here to some peeps, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the reading. So Adriana, what's going on? What's poppin'? Junie C, what's going on? Casey, Earth Angel, Marissa, what's up? What's going on? Kevin, hey Dope Butterfly, what's poppin'? Becca, what's going on? Iddy, hey Rastafari, how's everybody doing? What's going on? Renee, what's going on? Laritza, Inspired Faith, how's everyone doing today? What's up, Hot Water Tarot? How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get it poppin'. We're gonna start out here with Team Libra. So let's see what we got going on here for your next 24, baby. What's going to be in store here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac signs of Libra in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Libra, overall energy for you is the Justice card. You could be dealing with a fellow Libra, so you're showing up here in this reading, taking a look into the current energy, Page of Swords in the upright, what you're dealing with here, Libra, 5 of Cups in the upright, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 7 of Cups in the upright position as well. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Now, first things first, you do start out here with the Justice card. So Justice typically represents trying to bring back balance. So I do think to a certain degree, some of you guys are trying to kind of rebalance yourselves. It's pretty interesting because looking at the current energy being the Page of Swords could be the card of hesitancy, or it could be the card of like keeping a watchful eye. I almost kind of feel like the more you've been keeping a watchful eye, or the more you've been looking in or reading into a situation, Libra, the more upsetting it's been. And you're trying to tell yourself, I should probably stop. I should probably stop reading into something too much, or I should probably stop looking at that one person that I don't necessarily like so much, or I should probably stop looking into a situation that doesn't always make me that happy. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like it's hard not to look, but ultimately you know that if you would look away, you'd feel a heck of a lot better. And I think a lot of you are struggling with that because looking at the current energy, right? Page of Swords, that's the struggle. So I feel like some of you are having a hard time either maybe staying off of somebody's social media, or not thinking about a specific person, or maybe you're having trouble just not reading into a situation too much. I think overall, with the overall energy being the Justice card, it's like you're trying to balance yourselves. You're saying to yourself, hey, if I keep on doing this, Page of Swords, and it keeps leading me to feel like this, 5 of Cups, then I need to make sure I'm doing right by myself. I don't want to keep on investing my energy or have a watchful eye invested into a situation where I keep on feeling unhappy. So ultimately, you're trying to rebalance yourself, but it feels like it's hard to look away from something. Looking at the outcome here, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is kind of the energy of distraction. So I feel like for your next 24 hours, you're trying to distract yourself. You know, for example, maybe you know you shouldn't check in or check up on your ex-boyfriend anymore, but maybe you keep on looking at your ex-boyfriend's Instagram and you're like, oh my God, I miss him, and he's with that stupid girl Becky. You know, maybe you're in that kind of energy, and you know that you're not doing anything good for yourself by checking in on your ex. Maybe for some of you, you're checking on a person that you're not super fond of, and you're like, ugh, I can't believe they're doing this. And then you're watching yourself get caught up in this negativity, and it's like, yeah, I should probably pull back. So I feel like you are investing in the things right now, Libra, that you know are leading you to be upset and are making you feel upset. And I think that at a core, you really do want to get in more of a balanced space. At a core, you really do want to let go of whatever this is that's bringing in this negativity. But it's been pretty tough. So I feel like the outcome of tomorrow is 7 of Cups. I'm going to do what I can to distract myself. It's time to kind of break the cycle. I need to put my focus and readjust it on something completely different, let alone something that's going to be positive for me, right? Because at the end of the day, where your attention goes is where your energy flows. So if we're putting our attentiveness on the good stuff, we're getting the good stuff back in return. Okay? So I think that that's kind of the vibe for you. Take it, of course, if it resonates, right? Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in here so much nonetheless. Really appreciate you, Team Libra. All right? All right, baby. So we did touch base here, guys, so far with our air signs for the daily read. Air signs are up here first. So we're going to do air, water, fire, and earth here for today's lineup. Okay? All right, guys. Hopping on in. All right, we did air, so we're going to do air, water, fire, earth. Sorry if I didn't say it that way first. Jumping into our water. Let's have a look here at the Cancer. What do we got going on here for Cancer, baby? Message showing up for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What insights and informations are rolling on in here? What insights and information is rolling on in here for Cancer in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Cancer. Let's get our last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here for you. Now, starting out here with the overall energy, 8 of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, a Sag, or a Leo. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the 2 of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the 10 of Cups in reversed. And then looking at the outcome for Cancer is going to be the World in the upright position. So, coming into your next 24 hours, some of you might not be feeling incredibly talkative. 8 of Wands reverse could be like, I don't really want to talk to people. I don't really want to communicate or engage in conversation. I think you're kind of in a spot, Cancer, in the next 24 hours looking at the current energy 2 of Wands where it's like, I don't know, like a part of me wants to be social, another part of me wants to be a complete hermit. So you're feeling kind of interesting in the next 24 hours. I just feel like you're not really interested in talking to anybody. You're kind of doing your own thing. Looking at what you're dealing with, Cancer, 10 of Cups reversed. I think that right now, you're not in a super duper happy place in the next 24. You're not super duper fulfilled. So with that being said, it's like, I don't really want to talk to anybody if I'm not in the best mood. And as a Cancer, I relate to that. When I'm not really in the best mood, I don't really want to talk to anybody either. I kind of just keep to myself and I do my own thing. So looking at the outcome here for you though, the World card showing up, I feel is relatively positive because the World is always representative of it's time to close out a cycle. So I think that if you see a Cancer that you know in the next 24 hours and they're not very talkative, if they're kind of keeping to themselves, I think they've been going through things. By the way, I'm looking at the amount of views so far in the video right now, Cancer, and there's 111 views, and 111 is representative of brand new beginnings that are coming in for you. So I just want to make this note. You're at a point in time, Cancer, where you're going to be doing your thing tomorrow. But I feel like the reason you don't want to talk to anybody is because you're going through it. But you're also going to be going through a lot tomorrow to the point where you're in the process of moving on. Looking at the outcome being the World is representative of letting go of a chapter of your life. So I feel like a lot of you guys are having a day to purge. You want to avoid people because you're getting in the connection to yourself. You're avoiding people because you're getting in with you, right? And you're going to take the time to connect with yourself, to connect with what you're going through, to purge, to release, to let go. And it feels like it's going to be very powerful for you in the next 24 hours. But what's good is you're allowing yourself to let go of a chapter in your life. You're allowing it to officially come to an end. And of course, when one chapter stops, another one starts. So that's good. 111, as I mentioned previously, is representative of new beginnings. So whatever you're letting go of, Cancer, just know something brand new is coming on in, okay? And it's a lot closer than you think is what I want to tell Cancers here too. It's going to be a lot closer than you think, okay? So like I mentioned, for anybody who knows a Cancer, if Cancers in your life are quiet in the next 24 hours, it's okay. Let them do their thing. Let them purge. Let them kind of have a day to themselves, because I feel like you're going to be releasing a lot here and you're going to get ready here to embrace something brand new, and it's going to be pretty damn fantastic. So Cancers, I'm going to say could be a bit of an intense day tomorrow, but it's intense in a good way, because the climax of it all, if you will, Cancer, is you're going to release everything that right now at this time I feel like you've been struggling with, you know? And as you can officially let that go, it's going to invite in so many more new opportunities and so much better new energy that it was worth going through that processing moment, right? It was worth going through all of that releasing in the next 24 hours. All right, guys? I like you, Cancer. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you, Team Cancer. So we started out here with our air. We have also done our water. We're going to jump on into our fire signs here next and hopping into the fire. Let's have a look here at the lovely and amazing Ram fam. What do we got going on here for Aries, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus In the next 24 hours, what information is showing up here for Team Aries, please? In the next 24. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Aries, I want to mention, I'm feeling a little restriction in your throat chakra, okay? So there could be issues with communicating how you really feel, or maybe you're not saying everything you need to say. So I just want to throw this out there, word to the wise for Aries. If you need to get something off your chest in the next 24 hours, don't be hesitant to do so. Say your piece, say what needs to be said, okay? And don't hold back, okay? I feel that right now by withholding information, by not speaking your truth, by not telling somebody how you really feel, this is what's limiting or restricting your throat chakra. So you want to make sure that you're at a point where you're living your truth, speaking your truth, and getting things off your chest. Bottling things up never helps, and it actually does quite the opposite. So you want to make sure that communication is clear, okay? You may have to, in the next 24 hours, communicate clearly to somebody. There may be somebody you're dealing with possibly who's not understanding what you're trying to say. So make sure that you're coming from a standpoint of clear communication so that somebody can get the point. Interesting. Quick channeling, take that if it resonates, okay? Anyhow, though, let's get your last shuffle, and we'll see what's going on in the official read here for Aries, okay? All right, Team Ram Fam. Overall energy for you is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Looking at the current energy we have here, the Eight of Cups in the upright, what you're dealing with, Aries, Page of Pentacles in the upright, and then having a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's see what we got going on here for Team Aries. Now, you got here an Eight of Pence reversed, and then you're pairing that here also to an Eight of Cups in the upright. So I feel like you're not wanting to work on something anymore. Therefore, you're actually thinking about walking away from it, is what it looks like to me. Taking a look at what you're dealing with here, Page of Pentacles says, I'd rather add my time, my worth, and my value into something different. So I think a lot of you are starting to come to the conclusion that whatever you've been working on, whether it's a project, a relationship, a friendship, love, whether you've been working on something business related, you want to take something to a different level. I feel like you're finding yourself no longer wanting to work on something because it's no longer piqued your fulfillment. I think that something here is beginning to become unfulfilling for you. So you want to switch gears, and that's okay. I always tend to tell people, if you're not satisfied with something anymore, do something else. Don't stay in the energy where you're unsatisfied. It's not going to benefit you, and it's not going to benefit anybody else, you know? So I definitely get the sense for you where you're ready to tap your energy into something new. It could be new work, right? So this could be career related. It could be a new kind of friendship. Maybe you want to start to grow closer to a specific person as you're growing away from a specific person. Maybe some of you want to be single. If you've been in a relationship for a while, that's unsatisfying or dissatisfying to you. So I find that you're at a point where you have work that you want to do, but what you're currently doing isn't it. So it's time to shift and change gears. Looking at the outcome for Aries, Five of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles reversed here is often representative that you're ready here to get things going. If the Five of Pentacles in the upright usually represents that you feel like you're lacking something, or it feels like something in your life is missing, well, why? Basically, by abandoning or walking away from Aries, abandoning is not really the right word. By walking away from what you no longer feel satisfies you, it puts you in a space where you have the opportunity to find what will, aka it's not going to feel like something's missing anymore if you're moving towards what you desire to have in your life in the first place. All right, guys, that's the vibe that I'm feeling for you. So you're walking away from what you feel is missing, and you're going to go find what's missing. Point blank, period. Take it, of course, if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Aries, thanks for tuning in nonetheless, and do have a great rest of your day, okay? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our water, we did our air. Let's get into our earth signs. Jumping into the earth, we're going to take a look here at Team Taurus. What do we got popping on in here for the bull gang, baby? Message is showing up here for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what insights and information is going to be popping on in here for our lovely and our amazing bull gang? Let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Taurus, overall energy for you is the Emperor in reverse. Could be dealing with an Aries for some of you. Looking at the current energy, Two of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. Page of Wands in the Page of Wands in the upright. Looking at the outcome, Seven of Cups in reversed. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first here, Team Taurus. You begin here with an Emperor in reverse and a Two of Cups reversed. I feel like some of you feel like you're losing something and it's out of your control. Okay? And that's an intense feeling to go through, right? Maybe some of you feel like you're losing a person and that's out of your control. Maybe some of you feel like you're losing your touch on something, or you're losing your impact that you're trying to make in maybe your business or career. But ultimately, guys, it's like, I feel like I'm losing something and I can't prevent myself from losing it. And I can't tell you how many times I've been through those types of losses in my life, and those losses are fucking heavy. They suck because you feel helpless in a way, right, Taurus? It's like, I don't know what I can do when I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. But one thing I've learned by being in situations like that is that you're not meant to save whatever's exiting your life. And you think you are, though, 100%. Like, I thought I was meant to save a lot of what I was losing that was beyond my control. But I learned as I gone on that anything that is outside of your control, if there's nothing you can do about it, make peace with it. You know, that was one of my biggest lessons. I've always had a hard time letting go, you know, Cancer and all, right? I'm a Cancer, so it's always been difficult for me. But ultimately, I had to learn throughout my process, or more so my journey, right? That if something's beyond my control, I need to let it go, right? If something's exiting my life, I'm not meant to save it. And if if there's nothing I can do to change it, then I'm very clearly not meant to save it. So I had to start finding more faith in the fact that there's more out there for me, you know? I had to start finding faith that there's something better coming in. So looking at what you're dealing with here, Team Taurus, Page of Wands coming into play. Page of Wands here says, okay, well, I'm going to try to have my focus and my interests, I'm going to try to focus on interests for the future. I'm going to try to focus on something new. But looking at the outcome here being the Seven of Cups reversed, it's like at the end of the day, it's difficult, though, to let go of this one cup, right? Typically, the Seven of Cups in the upright means you have multiple opportunities, multiple different things. Seven of Cups reversed is like, I'm only focusing on that one cup, not the other six. So it's difficult because you don't want to let go. You want to save something very, very deeply. But the best thing you can do is not fight against the tide. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to get washed up on your ass, and it's not going to be a fun time. So to give you guys that tough love, if something's exiting your life and you have no control over it, I want to tell you, you're not meant to save it. And right now you may be frustrated. Right now you may be upset. Right now you may feel like, why is the universe against me? But you have no idea what's coming in for you. Because anytime something exits, and I say it a lot, something new begins. So if you're not meant to save something, it's because something else is meant to come in for you. And it's going to be pretty damn powerful, pretty damn exciting, and pretty damn amazing. And guess what? It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, but it will happen for you. And things will align the way that they're supposed to align for you, because there are no mistakes. So Taurians, as tough as this time may be, try to make peace for the things that we cannot change, accept the things we cannot change, and focus on the things that we can. Use this time right now to take back your control in focusing on what you can change instead and what you can improve for the better instead. But for anything that's beyond your control, become as accepting as possible. Because if anything that's not in your power is there, you're not the person who's meant to save that. Okay, guys? I know that might have been a little bit of a rough message, but it's tough love at the end of the day, because I know what this feels like, you know? So keep your head up. I know it's tough, but try to make peace with what you cannot change. Focus on what it is you can, and know that there are always going to be better days coming. There are no mistakes. I tend to believe in that heavily, so hopefully you guys will as well. All right, Team Taurus, I love you. Keep your head up, guys. Don't focus on what's not within your power, and everything's going to be okay. This is a situation, as much as you want to save, you're not meant to save it. All right, guys? All right, Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Goddamn, definitely a bit of an intense one, okay? Anyhow, though, guys, we did our first batch of Zodiacs. We're going to be hopping on into our next batch here shortly. So give me a moment or so, guys, and then we'll get into it. Hey, what's going on, Diona? You said, hey. When did the switch to evening readings happen? I like the change. Hope the Soul Fam is well and blessed. Well, thank you. Hope that you're well and blessed, too. And yeah, we've been doing evening readings pretty frequently now. I'm honestly kind of feeling the schedule a lot more. It's a little bit easier to work for me now rather than in the daytime. So evening for the late night reads, for the daily reads, they're going to be more so late night now. But yeah, it works out better for me, so I hope you guys do enjoy that change. Marissa, what's up? You said you ever got sick, and when you start to feel better, the world feels off, like a different dimension / parallel universe shit. I don't know how to describe it, but it's happened quite a few times. The last week, I felt like it's 2018. Pretty interesting. Maybe you're actually jumping timelines, believe it or not. What I tend to believe in is I believe that every point of time is existing simultaneously. So I believe that right now it's 2018 for a version of myself. Right now it's 2039 for a version of myself as well. So right now I'm on the timeline of 2024, but there's another version of me on the timeline of 2039 and on the timeline of 2018. So I believe that every reality and everything exists. You know, that's the way that I look at it. So you might have been jumping onto a, you know, quantum parallel universe at that moment in time, simultaneously happening. You might have been shifting into that version of yourself. You never know. You never know. So it goes deep down the rabbit hole, Marissa. You know, feel free to check it out. Hit up Google, man. You're going to see a lot of shit and you're going to go deep for sure. Thank you. Appreciate you, Diona, for becoming a member. Welcome in. Thank you so much. But yeah. I will say though, in terms of like the world feeling different since 2020, it's been so different. It's been so different. So it's been interesting. 2020 fucked up the timelines, in my opinion. Ever since then, nothing's felt the same. You know, life hasn't felt the same. People haven't felt the same. Situations haven't felt the same. There's a lot going on our timeline, you know? Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Diona. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That means a lot, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Z said absolutely. For sure, dude. For sure. I got to respond, by the way, to your email. I read that like super early and I honestly fell back asleep. So I'm sorry about that. I do got to reply to your email, though. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciated that. What's up, EXO? Hey, Soul Fam. Ecstatic to be here with all of you. And of course, Ant, wishing everybody a prosperous week. You too. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Marissa said, I've dealt with this feeling in a million different ways for years. I've convinced myself that I was dissociating or something because it's usually comforting when I feel this. Yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, like, I've definitely had moments of dissociation, if you will. That used to actually be my biggest anxiety trigger was when I would have derealization, dissociation, and depersonalization. I would feel like the world I was in right now wasn't real. It wouldn't feel correct. You know, it wouldn't feel like I was present. It would feel like I was a passenger in my body. I don't know if anybody's ever felt that way as well. You know, looking at that from a mental health standpoint, that's what's called derealization and depersonalization. But looking at it from more of an esoteric standpoint, I tend to find that when I feel that way on an esoteric level, 9 times out of 10, I don't feel like I'm in the correct reality. I feel like I've shifted into a different reality. So we constantly do that. We do. We're always shifting realities and timelines every day. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting for sure. Am I doing free readings? Yeah, I mean, these are free readings technically, but I'm doing free readings for zodiac signs, not specific questions. Yeah, it's an interesting feeling, Marissa, for sure. For sure. Movie stars haven't hit the same. No, they have not. No, they have not. Shamanic trance. Is that what they call it? Interesting. Where did I put my, oh, there we go. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of people have experienced that though, for sure. But yeah, since 2020, world has never been the same. I mean, you could look at it from the 3D standpoint and, you know, talk about, you know, C19, right? You could look at that from a 3D standpoint, but from a 5D standpoint, there's a massive energy shift in the energy that you're seeing every day. 110%. Anyhow, though, guys, give me one more moment or so. We're going to hop back into it. We did start out with Libra today. So Libra was the first time we read. We'll be jumping back into air, and I'm going to take a look at Aquarius shortly, okay? We're going to be in Capricorn season, guys. God damn. Beth said your explanation of that mental imbalance has to be the best to explain that experience. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Hipcat said, I felt like that, but I thought that I was getting perspective on I'm in energy and not a part of this human for a little while. Interesting perspective, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Audra? Hey, Cancer Moons fam. Hopefully everybody's wonderful. We're doing great. Thank you. Appreciate you for asking. You're not going to be Delulu, Marissa, okay? Just go down the rabbit hole. See what happens. You'll be interested what you'll find, you know? Your third eye is already open. You're here, all right? Everybody who's here is already connected spiritually. Remember that. And with that being said, don't be afraid to go down the rabbit hole a little more, man. You know, when I was 18 years old, I thought I was losing my fucking mind. Losing my mind when I found out everything. You know, your whole life changes, man, when you find out you've been lied to for your entire life. So when you start waking up, it's fucking intense. But you're always learning, by the way. You know, I'm not sitting here saying, oh my God, ever since 18, I was enlightened and I know everything. No, I'm a fucking student of the universe. I am not a teacher. I will be a student and I will teach what I know, but I will forever, even a teacher is always going to be a student, you know? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Diona. I appreciate you gifting 10 memberships. Thank you. Congrats to the peeps, by the way, who got memberships. Very, very cool. By the way, for those of you wondering where the weekly read is, it's going to be coming out tomorrow. So for members, weekly read will be tomorrow, probably around 1 p.m. So that'll be showing up tomorrow. We'll go live for the weekly, okay? All right, guys, let's get back into it, though. Welcome in all the new members. We're going to hop on into Team Aquarius. Birthday peeps. We're shifting into Cappy season soon, but I do hope that the Aquarians have been doing well, and I hope you guys have been enjoying your season. And let's check it out, man. Let's see what we got going on. Message showing up here for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be popping in here for Team Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? Give me one sec, Team Aquarius. I just dropped like a bunch of cards on the floor, so let me go pick those up. Jesus, how many are these? Ugh. Here we go. We had quite a few fall down. Anyhow, though, Team Aqua, we're probably gonna get about one more shuffle. Let me just get situated, and then we'll see what's up. Hopefully, we're gonna be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what we got going on here for Team Aquarius, okay? Oh, we are going into Pisces season. I don't know why I thought Capricorn. Sorry, guys. Capricorn's after Sag. Doi. Overall energy for you, Aquarius, we got here the Magician in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, Emperor in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Six of Wands in reversed, and then looking at the outcome for Team Aqua is going to be Page of Wands in the upright position. So let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome sauce. Team Aqua, Magician showing up in the reverse here. Also, Emperor, you could be dealing with an Aries. You could be connecting here also with a Virgo, if that applies to you. I feel like it's been pretty difficult to show up in a place of power because a lot of you guys are starting to look at something in your life not going in a very successful route. And this is going to go deep, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Every time it feels like something isn't working out for you, try to have the perspective that it is. Every time you feel like you're not succeeding, try to be in the perspective that you are, because we'll make up a definition within our heads, right, of what success is. We'll tell ourselves if we have this amount of money, we're successful. If we have this status at our job, we're successful. If we have this amount of friends, we're successful. If we've had this amount of partners, we're successful, you know? We define our own success through our own perception. But at the end of the day, when we start feeling like things aren't working out exactly as we planned them to, then we start tapping into the energy of like, oh my God, I'm a failure. I'm not succeeding, I'm failing. And little do we know sometimes, what we think is failing is more so redirecting. I feel like for Aquarians right now, you're not feeling powerful because you're starting to feel like what you've worked so hard on isn't going in the direction you planned it to. But what if there's a better plan? And I know I'm going to sound super, you know, spiritual when I say this, but what if God had a better plan for you? Right? What if the plan you thought was exactly everything that you wanted and needed, and this plan was exactly what you thought success was? What if God had a better plan? What if God's going to show you what success really is for you? So the point here, Aquarius, is right now you're feeling like, okay, something's not going in a good direction. Maybe it's going in a better direction, but you're just not seeing that right now because you're not being open to where something's going, right? I can't tell you guys how many times I've looked at, you know, situations in my business and I'm like, oh my God, this is not going in the right direction. Or I've looked at situations in my life and I'm like, holy crap, I'm failing here. But then I had to realize maybe my definition of success isn't necessarily the type of success that I need to attain. Maybe there's other areas of life I need to be more successful in, or maybe I need to redefine what success truly is. And I think that that's kind of the message coming in for you, Aquarius. I think that some of you have to redefine what your success is, because I feel like whatever you're basing your success off of, maybe that's super 3D right now. Like maybe you're basing your success off of having a lot of money. A person can be successful without being rich. If they're paying the bills, if they have a home and a roof under their head, if they're happy, they're successful. Don't matter if they make $50K a year or $2 million. If a person is happy with their one partner. Maybe they've dated somebody since high school, you know, and they didn't have multiple different partners, and they're incredibly happy with their relationship. They can see that as success. Meanwhile, maybe somebody else thinks having multiple partners is successful. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you're always going to be defining your version of success, but maybe God has a better version of success for you instead in mind. So looking at the outcome here, Page of Wands, don't let your spark get killed. Just because things aren't working exactly as you intended them to doesn't mean that you are any less successful, and it doesn't mean that you're heading in a wrong direction. Maybe you need to shift what you're doing because what you're doing just simply doesn't work anymore, and that's okay. Let's say for those of you right now that have a business, maybe you're starting to feel like you're not selling your products as much as you used to sell them. Maybe it's time to shift the kind of product you're selling and the kind of value you're adding to the collective. It's okay that a product isn't working out anymore because maybe that's not what you're meant to sell anymore. Maybe there's something better out there that you can give to the people to help them in their everyday life. Maybe for those of you that do content, you feel like your content's not doing as well. Maybe there's a better message you can get across to the world. Maybe that's why right now you may feel like you're not successful because people might not be picking up on your current message, but maybe the universe is trying to say it's time to shift gears of what kind of message you're putting out there, right? So pay close attention here, guys, that you're being redirected right now. It's not that you're failing. Try to right now identify failure as redirection. It's time to shift the message. It's time to shift the gears into something different. And don't let your spark die out. Looking at that outcome once again here, Page of Wands, keep your spark lit. Because the moment you tell yourself, I failed, I'm screwed, nothing is working for me, is the moment where you've ignored what the universe's intentions are. It's not that you're failing, and it's not that you're in a place right now where you're not doing good. It's that whatever you may be doing, maybe this just isn't it anymore. Maybe this isn't the path for you anymore, but there's something else there for you. It's time to shift the message. It's time to shift what it is you're doing, and it's time to redefine the energy of success for yourself. Okay? So take it if it resonates, Aquarius. Leave it if it doesn't, but I appreciate you tuning in nonetheless. You know, if you want to re-empower yourself, Aquarius, I think it's time to recognize that maybe it's about redirecting yourself. Okay, cool. Aqua, I love you. Happy birthday, of course. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in here nonetheless, okay? All right, baby. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have done our air. We're going to hop back into our water signs, guys, in a moment. Earth Angel said, this is so spot on. Going to what you were talking about earlier, jumping timelines. I had my spiritual awakening in 2017, and I even started having premonition dreams of what was going to happen. Oh, yeah. Been there before, too. Definitely have had a lot of premonition dreams that have come to pass. And it's interesting. I tend to feel like every time we have deja vu, it's just a it's just a memory of a premonition you had. I look at that in that perspective sometimes. I don't know if anybody else resonates with that, but I feel like every time I have deja vu, it's me remembering a premonition I had probably at one point or another, whether it was years ago or recent. So it's very interesting looking at it from that perspective. Yeah, for sure. Anyhow, guys, getting into water, we already touched base here with the Cancer. So let's go ahead and touch on base with Team Pisces. Let's see what's going on here for you, okay? All right, Pisces, what do we got popping in here for the fish? Message is showing up here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information, please, is going to be rolling on in here for our zodiac signs of Piscean? In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on here for you? Hey, Fawn, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well, and thank you so much. I appreciate you keeping the signs up. Thank you. All right, one more shuffle, and we're gonna see what we got going on here for the fish. Pisces, overall energy for you, 3 of Pentacles. I like it. Could be dealing with an earth sign, possibly. Looking at the current energy, King of Swords in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. Chariot in the upright position. Looking at the outcome for the fish, we got here the Ace of Cups in the upright position as well. I feel like maybe some of you are coming to the realization that you've been a little bit too guarded, or you've been a little bit too much on the fence with someone. I feel like this is about realizing teamwork makes the dream work, right? Looking at the overall energy being the 3 of Pentacles. It's about working together with somebody. It's about collaborating with people. It's about not being in that energy of resistance. So I feel like Pisceans, you're starting to collab with somebody. Like maybe you were coming from a place of being in a guarded energy previously. Maybe you were in a guarded energy with your romantic partner, a guarded energy with your friends and your family. But I feel like your next 24 hours is representative of you realizing, I need to work together with the people I love, not work against them. It's about going with the flow, and it's about building with them. It's not about building apart. It's about building together. So I feel like a lot of you are starting to realize this, and you want to move forward in a positive way with somebody, especially if you've been clashing and bashing. Maybe some of you have been clashing and bashing with your lovers, your friends, your family, and that happens. Don't get me wrong. We're always going to fight with the people we love at one point or another, but it's always good to remember the core of why we have those people in our lives in the first place. It's because we fucking love them, you know? So there's a reason we have people in our lives that we love. It's because we give a shit about them, right? And I know sometimes it could be easy to disagree and it could be easy to work separately rather than together, but I feel very strongly for Pisces, you're coming to the conclusion of like, I need to work with my person here, you know? Me and my friends, we need to work together. Me and my lover, we need to work better together. And I think that this is about you guys feeling incredibly motivated to put the teamwork in with somebody for the foreseeable future. You know, looking at the outcome, once again, Ace of Cups, it's like, what's the core of a relationship? The core is love. And you have a lot of love here for whoever this is. So I'm not sure if you've been really guarded lately, Pisces, or maybe you've been kind of tuning out like what somebody's been saying, or maybe you haven't been super understanding, or maybe you haven't been really interested in being in a space where you're working with somebody. But ultimately, I feel like you're going to feel very inspired in the next 24 hours to want to get back to a very teamwork makes the dream work kind of vibe. And I think it's going to help you out a lot. You know, the core foundation of a relationship is love. And if you love people, you want to work with the people you love. And I think that a lot of you are starting to see that standpoint and put it into action for your next 24 hours. So I like it, guys. This could be the energy, by the way, of conflict resolution, right? That's kind of the core of what the reading is saying. Like you're resolving things with a person, but you're realizing we need to work together, right? Not separate. And that's what absolutely matters. So take it if it resonates, of course, Pisces. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank you for tuning in here nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you. Okay? All right, baby. So we have touch base here with our water. We have touch base here with our air. Fire signs, you guys are coming up next. Marissa said, deja vu gets me mad sometimes because I'm waking up desperately trying to remember my dream before it disintegrates in 0.2 seconds. It's always so vague and it gives me FOMO. It's interesting. I'll have dreams sometimes where like they fade very quick, but I'm usually like really good at remembering my dreams most of the time. So yeah, it's interesting, you know? Earth Angel said, that's what I was going to say. I started having lots of deja vu. Even he had them too, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I told him everything that was going to happen in 3 years. I did it. He got shocked. He said, you got to be psychic. I said, not really. I just told him we have a soul contract and that we all go our separate ways. Yeah, absolutely. Lila said, yesterday I had a conversation with my cousin-in-law saying things that he's a Pisces and about love. Got you. You're freaking me out. Well, hey, happy to resonate with you nonetheless. And hopefully things are, you know, teamwork makes the dream work, right? That's what's up. All right, though, guys. Fire signs, you're up next. We're going to get into Leo. Leo's, just give me one moment. I got to pick up cards again since apparently I have butterfingers today. So one moment, and then we'll hop back into it. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, so let's get back into it. Team Leo, you guys are coming up. Let's see what we got going on for our Lion Gang. All right, messages coming on in here for Team Leo, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac in the next 24 hours. What's going to be coming up here, please, for our Zodiac signs of Leo in the next 24? Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Leo, overall energy for you guys is going to be the Two of Wands. You could be stuck right now between a bit of a rock and a hard place. Looking at the current energy, we have here the Queen of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Cups. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the King of Swords in the reverse position. All right, let's take a look and see what's up. Now, what I feel here for Leo peeps, Two of Wands showing up for you. Right now, you're kind of at a point where it feels a little bit confusing. Because I think that you are embracing somebody fully. I think you really care about somebody. I think there's even feelings involved, but at the same time, you're still not sure. And I think the difficult part about this, Leo, is as invested in somebody, as much as you're embracing somebody, as much as you care about somebody, there's still something about them that feels incomplete. And it's interesting, guys, because I almost want to say that the incompletion is not so much about the other person, but maybe the incompletion is coming from the standpoint that maybe there's something within you that you need to fulfill. And I think that's why you could be having a hard time connecting with someone or something at this time. That's what I feel. Because with the outcome showing up here being the King of Swords reversed, King of Swords reversed here says, I'm having a hard time connecting with another person. It's like they have everything that I desire. They have everything I want to embrace. They have everything that I care about, and I care about them a lot. but for some reason I find it hard to go forward with them. And I think that it has a lot to do with maybe what you feel is missing inside, right? And that's why you're finding it so difficult to connect. And I think that it's not so much about the other person, but Leo, maybe it's time to start getting into yourself a little bit and kind of looking at what do you feel is personally missing within you? And what is it exactly that you need to heal that's within you at this time? Now, this situation could be referencing love. It could be referencing friendship. It could be referencing anything. So maybe some of you are having a hard time connecting with a friend, or maybe you're having a hard time moving forward with somebody in love. But once again, I think it's that there's something within you that you feel is missing, and that's what's creating all this confusion. And I think that you've been spending a lot of time thinking that, oh, I just can't connect with this person. For some reason I can't, but I think you've been lacking to understand that maybe there's something within you there that needs to get healed first. So what I would say for Leos that resonate with this, because not every Leo will, but if you're resonating with this right now, take a look within, man, in your next 24 hours. Ask yourself, what is missing? And when you really fixate on that, an answer is going to appear to you, okay? Whenever you fixate on something, remember, guys, you always have the answers within you. I'm here to confirm them, but you always have every answer you need within you. So take the time to fixate on that a little bit, and I think the answer will become very clear at what you feel is missing, and you'll know what to do next, okay? Interesting, Leo. Take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Love and appreciate you guys, okay? All right, baby. So we've touched base here with our fire. We've done our water, and we have done our air. Let's get back into our earth signs and jumping into Team Earth. Let's have a look here at the Virgo and see what we got going on. What's going to be popping in here for Team Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information, please, is popping in here for our zodiac sign of Virgo in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Virgo, overall energy for you is a 9 of Pentacles. You could be dealing possibly here with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taking a look here at the current energy, we got here the Knight of Cups in reversed. What it is you're dealing with, we got here the King of Cups in reversed. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 8 of Cups in the upright position. So Team Virgo, let's see what's popping in here for you. I kind of get the feeling right now where it's like you're not trying to do too much right now in terms of putting yourself out there. It almost kind of gives you this feeling here where it's like you're realizing I don't need anybody's validity. Like all I need is myself and confidence within myself. I feel like you guys are honing in on that energy strongly, and I love it for you. There's a lot of people in the world, and I'm not saying this is you, but there's a lot of people in the world who feel that they're so unconfident with themselves that they need to feel the validity and security from other people. So they will do what they can to please. They will do what they can to make others happy, so that in return, what are they getting? They're getting the energy of validation. Right? So I think for you guys, that's a timeline you don't want to be a part of. You don't want to have to rely on the love from other people, the compliments of other people, the happiness of other people. You want to be totally self-sufficient. And absolutely you should be. Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Cups reversed, if I don't have a relationship with myself, how could I have a relationship with anybody else? If I don't love myself, how can I not, how can I be loved nor love another person? So you're recognizing here, I need to get away from that energy of needing the care of others or needing to understand and, listen to the opinions of others. I need to get away from the validity that other people provide. And I need to start recognizing I'm valid for myself. I'm enough for myself. And that's the point. I need to get my confidence back within me and realize that I could stand alone if I ever needed to. Looking at the outcome for you, 8 of Cups, here we go. What are you walking away from exactly? I think you're walking out of that energy of saying, I don't need other people. And it's not to say I don't want other people a part of my life. We're human. We're social beings. We're social creatures. We love to be surrounded by other people, and it's a healthy thing to be social. But what are you abandoning right now? You're abandoning the need of other people, or other people's validity, or other people's love, or other people's compliments. Because those are not the things that are going to truly fulfill you at the end of the day if they're what you rely on. Right? If you allow yourself, Virgo, to completely rely on yourself and you tap into that self-sufficient energy, then you're always going to be enough, and everybody and anything else is always going to be an added bonus. So I see a lot of you getting back into your confidence here in the next 24 hours. Take it if it resonates, right? Leave it if it doesn't, but appreciate you tuning in here nonetheless, Team Virgo, okay? I like it. I think you're getting back into that state where it's like my self-sufficiency is #1 priority, and then everything else is an added bonus that's in my life. Point blank, period. All right, guys, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So We have touch base here, guys, with our second batch of Zodiacs for the daily read. We'll be getting into our last and our final batch here shortly, okay? All right, y'all. By the way, for the 121 peeps in the chat, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're enjoying yourselves, hit that like button. Would really appreciate that, y'all, okay? Oh boy. Zephyr said you're gonna be putting in some hours. Oh shit, Marissa, watch out. You got some hours coming in, huh? Align said, to be right or to bet on the relationship, we have to choose. Yeah, that's a good perspective to put it. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Hubby loved the Virgo read. He said spot on. Happy to hear that, for sure. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, I think everybody goes through that, though. I think we all have a point in our lives where we feel that way. I have no shame telling you guys my story. I say it all the time. I've had tons of moments in my life where I was heavily relied on the love from others and the validity of others. And I was a people pleaser growing up a lot in my life because I never had love for myself. I never felt self-sufficient. I always felt like I needed somebody and I needed something, but I had to learn that all I've ever needed was myself. And it wasn't to say that I need no one. Like, I think it's good to have people in my life, but I needed to make sure that I realized all I need is me and I'm enough. I don't need anything else to complete me. I am complete and whole within who I am. When I found that out, when I really felt that for myself, that's when life changed. So you have to understand, you are not half empty or half full. You are a full glass. You are everything you've ever needed. And when you can finally feel that fulfillment within yourself, then everybody and everything else in life is always going to be an added bonus. You will rely on no one. 100%. You know? And by the way, also Heather Ann, hello. Appreciate you tuning in. You're welcome, Galactus. You're very, very welcome. Oh, thank you, Fawn. Appreciate that update. Yeah, guys, please do remember, never going to reach out to you guys for personal reads. The only way to get one is by going to my website, so I'll never personally reach out to you. If somebody does, it is not me, okay? Marissa said, sometimes I wish we had a group chat or something. I just want to show you guys a rock that I found and shit like that. If I made one on Facebook, would anybody join it? So, all right. So I've thought about this idea for a while. I guess I'll pitch it to you guys now. How do you guys feel about a Discord server? Because I have already made one for the Soul Fam. It's going to be called the Soul Fam, if I'm not mistaken. I just never put it out there or made it live yet because there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to add to it so that there's basically different channels for communication. If you want to talk about spiritual stuff and astrology, there's a channel for that. If you want to talk about random shit in general chat, you got random shit to talk about. If you guys want to get on a voice call with each other, there's separate chats for that. So that is something I've worked on. I stopped working on it. I want to work on it again. But ultimately, if you're interested in Discord, I wanted to make a Soul Fam thing for everybody, for you guys to join it. So yeah, that is something that I've thought about for a while. It's just something that takes a lot of work to do. So yeah, it's interesting you brought up the idea of a group chat. I do want to have that for you guys because I know you guys are very connected to each other. So yeah, if that's the case, and it's a yes across the board, I got to put more work into it. Hopefully maybe like a month's work possibly into it, just because it's going to take a while, but I think that'd be cool, man. I think it would be cool. Marissa said 1,000% I can help too. Okay. All right, guys. I'll keep that in mind. Or sorry, 10,000%. All right. I'll keep that in mind for sure then. Love it. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. And then you guys will have like, like little, channels and shit where you can chat with each other if you want to and all stuff of that nature. So, all right. I have a mental note of that now. Unless Discord counts, I use it for my Light City. Oh, cool. Yeah. I mean, Discord, I guess in a way could be social media, if you will, but it's just a way of communicating with people too, though. So it's, I guess not really like a form of social media. It's more like a form of connection, if you will. Who knows? What's going on, Kumari? You said, I love your readings. You're an inspiration and a true godsend. Keep up the good work. You are loved by the universe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lila said, absolutely. I would just have to figure it out myself. I don't have Discord. It's really, really easy. All you do is you just make a profile, and then you will, whenever I make my server, you'll just look up the server in a little magnifying glass, like you just look it up and then you'll join the server, and then you can add friends through it. It's very, very, very simple interface. I think you guys will nail it. If you never used it before, it's relatively easy to use for sure. Cool. All right, I'm gonna make that mental note for sure. All right, guys, let's keep it moving forward. Getting back into our air, let's jump on in to the Gemini. What's popping here, baby? Message is showing up here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information, excuse me, do we got showing up here, please, for our zodiac sign of Gemini in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Let's see what we got going on. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Chariot. You could be connecting here possibly with a Cancer for some of you. Taking a look into the current energy, Four of Swords reversed, what you're dealing with here. King of Wands, or sorry, Knight of Wands in the upright. Looking at the outcome here, Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. All right, Team Gemini, Chariot in the upright here, paired to the Four Swords in reverse. Automatically for you guys, I think you're ready to get back out there, especially if you've been a bit of a hermit recently, Gemini. But I'm also feeling you guys kind of having this energy of like, I don't care. You're walking with your head held high. If somebody has something to say to me, let them say it. I'm going to show people that I'm better. And it's not necessarily the attitude of like, I'm better than you in a negative way, but it's like, if I'm going to be better, I need to be better. I need to not stoop to people's levels. I need to be the best that I can be for myself. So it's not about showing people that you're better than them. It's about showing yourself that you can be the best version of you. And that's powerful. Absolutely fucking powerful. You know, looking at the outcome here being the Two of Pentacles reversed, I don't have time anymore to keep on getting thrown into the rabbit hole with people and getting thrown into situations where I feel like I need to stoop to their level. If individuals are bringing low vibration to me, I need to get low vibe too. That's not the case. That's not what I want to do. So I need to better myself. And in order to better myself, sometimes I have to look at some battles and recognize that they're not worth being fought. Right? So you're choosing your battles wisely. And I feel like many of you are deciding to get out of that hermit energy, especially if you've been in it. Maybe you've been avoiding people recently because you don't want to get into conflict. Maybe you've been avoiding drama-filled people. Maybe you've been avoiding situations recently because you just don't feel like getting triggered. I feel like there's been a lot of triggering energy surrounding you, Gemini. But you're realizing at the end of the day, nothing is going to strike a nerve unless I allow it to. And at the end of the day, too, I'm not helping myself by stooping to anybody else's level. Right? For example, let's say somebody talks shit to you. Talking shit back isn't helping you and it's not helping them. Right? Sure, it might feel good temporarily, but you're just basically tapping into that negative energy that they're giving to you. And negative energy is never going to benefit you. Right? But if you allow yourself to say, whatever, you know, like, you know how many comments I get on the daily, guys, of people just genuinely talking shit? It happens. I've been in the business of, I've been in the business of tarot, if you want to call it that, or I've been in the spiritual community for 6 years now, pretty much. And I've been called any name you can think of. I have been told very interesting things. I have had the craziest trolls, but I look at it and I'm like, okay, I don't care because it's the internet. And even in real life, I've come across nasty people who say things. And at the end of the day, I understand the energy that they're putting out there, but I also realize that I have a choice. I don't need to engage in that energy. Okay, if I stoop to their level and I talk shit back, I'm just going to feel as negative as them. And I don't want that. I want to be in the good ass motherfucking vibes. I want to keep my vibes motherfucking high. Right, Gemini? So I feel like a lot of you here are rising above. And once again, it's not that attitude energy of like, oh my God, I'm better than everybody. No, it's that attitude of like, I'm going to be the best for me, dude. Don't be better than other people or try to be better than other people. Be the best fucking version of yourself you can be, because the only person that you need to fucking impress is yourself. Period. Gemini, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But thank you for tuning in here nonetheless, okay? All right, everybody. So we have officially done all the air signs today for the daily read. We're going to be hopping on in here to our water signs now and jumping into Team Water. Let's take a look here at the Scorpio and see what we got going on. What do we got showing up here for Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling in here for the zodiac sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? real quick, I'm going to take this as the overall energy. Overall energy for you, we have here the Four of Cups coming into play. You're ignoring someone or something. You're tuning something out currently, Scorpio. Current energy coming in for you. We have a Justice reversed. What you're dealing with, guys. Ace of Swords. Looking at the outcome for you. Knight of Swords showing up here too. I think right now, you are trying to stay away from situations that are really all over the place. I think that something is showing up, and I'm going to be blunt with you, it feels kind of messy. I don't know if a person you're dealing with is messy or if an environment you're dealing with is messy, but it feels very disorganized and all over the place. And with that instability coming around for you, you're like, that's not what I need in my life right now. I need security and stability. So I think I need to take a little bit of time to separate, okay, from something that's unstable. And I need to focus my energy right now into what's clear, right? So you need clarity, you need a clear cut vision of what's going on, not something that's very messy and disorganized. You know, it's like working in a workstation or a workspace. Are you going to have an easier time getting your work done with some station that's disorganized, or are you going to have an easier time getting your work done when everything's incredibly clear, easy to see, easy to find? So I'm picking up on a vibe here for you guys where it's like, I need right now clarity. Maybe some of you are dealing with people who are a little bit all over the place in love, and it's like, I need somebody who knows what the fuck they want, who knows what they're looking for, and is looking for the same thing I'm looking for. If I'm going to be dealing with somebody who can't tell their ass from their elbow and whether or not they want to be with me, I'm not going to continue to be in that environment or continue to connect with that person romantically, because that's just going to fuck with my heart, and that's not going to be something that's beneficial to me or that helps out. Maybe some of you guys feel like you're dealing with a job where you're all over the place. Maybe that's not beneficial to you. Maybe it's stressing you out. Maybe it's unhealthy. Maybe it's time to find a job that's got their shit together, you know? So I think that you're at a point where it's like, whether or not you need to be with somebody who has their shit together or be in an environment that has its shit together, it's about realizing I need stability right now, and I need clarity, and I need to be able to see my future and where things are going. I can't be in an area that's foggy or hard to see or messy where I don't know what's happening, and I feel like I'm all over the place. Like, I need to have this sense of security, and that's where you're at. And I think you're going out there to find it. You know, looking at the outcome here being the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords here says, I'm on my way to find that clarity. I'm on my way right now to find that organization in my life that I'm looking for, that stability that I'm looking for. You know, if right now things aren't clear, I'm not going to allow myself to stay involved in an environment where I can't tell where things are going, you know? So I feel like that's the vibe for you. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I get it though. I get it for sure. You know, in my past, I've dealt with people, especially in love, you know, who just didn't know what they wanted. And I stood there and I got pushed in this direction and that direction, and I got let down, and I got excited and I got let down, and then I realized, the fuck am I doing? You know, if this person can't tell their ass from their elbow, why the fuck am I waiting around? Like, I want to be with somebody who knows what the fuck they want, who has a clear image of the future of what we're going to be and what we're going to become, you know? Same thing with work. I've had tons of jobs that, you know, didn't have their shit together. They didn't know whether or not they were going to really be there for their employees, or if they were only focusing on, you know, maximizing their profits and shit of that nature. I was like, if you don't have a clear vision of what we're doing here and what we're working for, I'm out. I'm out, period. You know, so I get it, guys. And I think it's important to have that clear vision of what the future is going to be. And if somebody's not giving that to you, or if an environment can't give that to you, you have every right to find an environment that will. All right, Team Scorpio, I love you. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But thank you for tuning in here nonetheless. Do have a great rest of your day for my Scorpio. So we have touched base with our water and air. We're going to be jumping into our fire in just a moment or so. Real quick, what's going on, Amber? You said, hey, Anthony, I hope that your day is progressing beautifully. I love your channel and always appreciate your shared perspective and much needed messages. I would just like to make one special request. Sure, shoot away. Either way, though, guys, jumping into our fire, it's going to be Team Sagittarius. So Saggies, let's get into it and see what we got going on. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some awesome sauce for the Sagittarian gang. Message is showing up here for Saggy. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is rolling on in here for our zodiac sign of Sagittarius? In the next 24 hours, hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Team Sag, I actually feel like your cards are ready already, so let's see what we got going on. Overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Pentacles in reversed. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Two of Wands in reverse, what you're dealing with, guys. Nine of Swords in reversed, and then looking at the outcome for the Saggies, Ace of Wands in the upright position. A missed opportunity wasn't that missed after all, was it? Oh yeah, I know this one. Oh my God, I can't believe I missed out on that. I can't believe I didn't get to go to the party. Becky didn't invite me. And then you realize that your friend Angie tells you, hey, the party sucked. You missed out on nothing. It was actually horrible. And then you're like, oh my God, thank God I didn't go to the party, right? Y'all ever have a moment where it's like, holy shit, I woke up late. I didn't get this job interview. And then you realize the job sucks dick. It's a horrible one. Actually, it's a blessing I missed that job interview. Holy shit, right? So an opportunity missed only for you to realize it's actually good I missed it. I think that's what the vibe is for your next 24 hours. Like you're starting to feel relief that something didn't work out for you because you later on it's revealed to you just how much something wasn't really for you. And I think a lot of you guys are about to gain that clarity, you know? Maybe some of you were like, man, I can't believe that Max turned me down. And then you realize that Max is a fuckboy later on, right? So sometimes, guys, the energy of things, opportunities being missed, if you will, right, actually works out better for you sometimes than you can imagine. Sometimes it's worth having an opportunity be missed because you missed out completely on something that was 100% not for you. And it's great that you got to miss out on that. So I think that for Sagittarians here, a lot of you are going to start to feel relieved in your next 24 hours when you start getting the clarity and the insights that this opportunity that was missed was actually a good thing for you. And ultimately, now you're excited for what's next because now you're starting to see what you don't want. So that gives you the time to focus on what you do want instead, which is absolutely awesome. And I like this comment that Zephyr made. She said, anything truly meant for you will never be missed. And I 100% agree with that. So really great standpoint to add to the reading. Anything that is truly meant for you will never be missed. So with that being said here, whatever you're missing out on, guys, don't trip. Either way, though, universe is going to show you exactly why you missed out on it in the first place because it wasn't worth it for you. It wasn't for you in general. And you're going to see exactly why. So I think you're going to have one of those kind of aha moments in the next 24 hours. And I think you're going to be like, oh yeah, whew, thank God I missed out on that, you know? And it's going to be pretty cool. So I like it, guys. So rejection's God's protection always. It's definitely going to be one of those types of vibes. Sagittarius, awesome. If it resonates, sweet. If not, no worries. But thanks for tuning in nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you. Okay? All right, baby. Also, what? I have to fix this, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't know why this happens sometimes. There we go. Let me see if it's fixed. Yep, perfect. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. So we did all of our fire. We did all of our water and our air. So we're going to be jumping into earth signs, guys, in a second. Real quick, Heather Ann said, I made a homemade face mask and it's the bomb. Just sharing it in chat. It's a cucumber, avocado, and egg whites. Interesting. Cool. Marissa said, Anthony, stop making eye contact with me behind the cards. I'm actually dying and I'm not even high right now. Oh my God. Sorry. What eye contact? What are you talking about with eye contact? This? I love my face zoom, man. It's one of my favorite things I did. Anyhow, guys, moving along here forward, let's get into it. Getting back into earth, cappuccinos, right? I believe it's the Capricorns, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check though real fast. I think we did Cappy. Yeah, or I think we didn't do it. We did Virgo, we did Taurus. Yep, so we're on Team Capricorn. Let's get it popping and see what's up. What's rolling on in here for our cappuccinos, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what's going to be rolling on in here, please, for our zodiac sign of Capricorn in the next 24 hours? Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty awesome stuff, baby. Let's see what we got going on. Cappy, overall energy for you. Ace of Pents reversed popping up, looking at the current energy. Queen of Cups reversed. What you're dealing with here, the Hierophant, looking at the outcome for you, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh boy, let's talk about this one. Sometimes you got to disappoint the people you love to live a life worth living. I'm going to let that one sink in. I felt like Drake saying that. I'm going to let that shit sink in, right? Dramatic, huh? But it's true. Sometimes you got to let down the people you love the most to live a life that's worth living. And that could mean not doing what other people set out for you to do. That could mean disappointing someone you love. But ultimately, who do you have to be the most committed to in this world and in this lifetime? Yourself. Because it's your life and nobody else is ever going to live it. It's your life and nobody else is going to live it. Nobody else is ever going to walk in your shoes. Nobody else is ever going to have the kind of experience you're having. So Capricorns, I think a lot of you guys are starting to realize this. And I don't know if you're dealing with a situation where other people are trying to influence you to live a different way. Maybe you come from a family who's trying to project what they want it for themselves onto you, or you're dealing with people who want to live through you vicariously. So maybe you're in that energy, right? But I feel overall for you guys, Capricorn, you're at a point where it's like, I just can't. I can't do that anymore, you know? I can't live my life with other people trying to live vicariously through me, or I can't live my life with other individuals just trying to make me something that I'm not. And I feel like, once again, it's coming from a place of people that you genuinely love. And that could be family, it could be friends, it could be your romantic partners, it could be anybody. But at the end of the day, guys, the number one person you have to live life for is you. And I feel like you're seeing that now. It could be very easy, especially for the younger people, right? It'd be very easy to have like parents who want to live vicariously through you, or that are telling you how you have to live your life. It could be very easy for friends to say, hey, you need to do this to be cool. And if you don't do this, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. It could be very easy for your romantic partner to say, if you don't dress a certain way, you're not going to be my partner anymore. Well, then fuck that romantic partner, because he or she ain't for you. Period. You know, if anybody ever tries to change authentically who you are, it don't matter who they aren't batting for you. They aren't batting for you to live your best life. They're not. And it doesn't mean that you have to love them any less. Shit, I've had family members who have wanted me to live life on their terms. And guess what I said to that? No. And I don't mean that I don't love them. I love them. I care for them. I'm going to let them show up exactly how they are and who they are. But guess what? I'm just not going to do it, because I'm always going to be me, dude. And that's that. So looking at the outcome for you guys, you know, we have here the 10 of Pentacles showing up for you. 10 of Pentacles is representative here that you're in the space and time where you're going to do everything you can to live your best life, and you're going to do everything you can to build your best life, with or without the approval of other people, with or without other people being happy or not. And I love it, Capricorn, because that right there is what you call liberty and freedom. That's right there. That right there is what you call genuine energy of being free and being exactly who the fuck you are. And I wouldn't expect anything less of you, because as a Capricorn, as much as you bat for the people you love, you got to remember, you got to bat for yourself too. Okay? Capricorns, I love it. Take it if it resonates, guys. Leave it if it doesn't. But really fucking awesome message coming in for you. And I hope that whoever needed it, I hope that message is received well. Because I'm not here to tell you, screw the people in your life. I'm not here to say that. Listen, though, sometimes the people you love the most are the people who try to influence you the most. And maybe they don't know what they mean. You know, forgive them for what they do. They may not know what it is that they do, right? But ultimately, you got to live your life for you. You can't be living it for anybody else. And I had to learn that a lot in my life. So I hope the message is well received. Okay? I love you. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But we're going to go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Shout out to Team Capricorn. So we have touched base here, guys, with all of our zodiacs here for the daily read. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you. And I hope that you enjoyed here today's daily, okay? And with that all being said, guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to the daily reading. I hope you had fun, man. Happy Monday to everybody. And I hope that your weekend was well, extravagant, calm, cool, collected, awesome. I hope that that was the case for you guys. Either way, though, thank you for being here. Of course, if you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. It would mean a lot. And of course, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. So with much love and appreciation, thank you, thank you, thank you. Real quick, guys, couple of updates. Scorpio, your video is out for the yearly read. Check it out if you haven't already. Wanted to keep note as well. If you guys want personal reads, they're available always. First link in the description below. If you guys want to get a personal reading, definitely feel free to do so. And with that being said, guys, once again, happy Monday to you. Have a great and amazing rest of your day. Marissa said, no, I actually have to clean. Sorry about that, Marissa, but you got to get back to cleaning. Get that shit done. Stay on top of yourself, baby. Either way, though, guys, I love and appreciate you. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Have a great and amazing rest of your night, and I will see you guys later. Much love. Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.